Hey guys, Elise Williams here, coming to you on a Sunday morning from North Carolina, and this video was absolutely, truly inspired. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to say or how I'm going to say it, but I just wanted to share with you how I was led to being inspired to making this video. I woke up this morning, slept in completely. Don't always get a chance to do that, so I knew by the time I woke up it was too late to rush and get everybody ready for church. But the church that I go to, C3 Church, I'm so thankful they do a live stream, so I knew I would be able to catch that. So I'm up and I'm making breakfast and I'm having some text messages come through, questions from my team and things like that. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do a conference call tonight just to kind of address some different questions that they have and things like that. So then I go and sit down and I go to watch the live stream, and they have a special speaker there today, a woman by the name of Charlotte Gambill from England. And I had heard that she was an amazing speaker. I heard that she just brings it, you just feel it inside of you when she's talking. And so I was really looking forward to what she had to say. Had no idea what she was speaking on this morning, but I knew about 90 seconds into it that I was meant to listen, and I was meant to share, and I was meant to apply exactly what she was talking about to what I was thinking about that morning. So I really, truly hope that you'll stay tuned till the end of this video, and my goal is to really inspire you and to, again, just create that shift, that slight edge, that 0.003% change that, if you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about, that can truly, truly change your destiny, your final finish line, right? So what she was basically talking about was, and I've been talking about this, there are different things going on. There's a furlough, there's different things going on in our government with our president, things that, we want to sit back and kind of chat about and rumor about and complain about, but not necessarily do anything about. And two things that I'm very in people's worlds about every single day are their health and their finances. And again, we don't always want to take full responsibility for those two categories in our life. We want to blame our genetics. We want to blame McDonald's. We want to blame the president. Again, we want to blame instead of taking full responsibility. So here I am, I'm thinking this morning, I have a lot of brand new network marketers on my team, which I think is great, as wonderful as it is to bring a leader onto your team and have it just be able to pop and snap like that. That's obviously an amazing feeling and an amazing place to be, but also being able to bring in brand new people into the industry and be able to show them that with their backgrounds and their lack of experience, the true amount of success that they can have in this industry. So I'm kind of processing all these things in my head, and of course always asking, how can this apply to me? I never like to just listen to things. I love to take it in and be able to turn it back around. And so I'm listening to her talking about how, whether it's in your church or at your job or whatever it is, she referred to it as owning your zone. And what she meant by that was really being able to go out there, or even within your home, just own what it is around you. Own the fact that you have these children and what you're raising them to believe and what you're raising them to tolerate and not tolerate. And you have things going on in your job, and you have things going on in traffic, and you have things going on in your bank account, and all these different things that are in your zone, that if you really truly say, all right, I may not be able to control what's going on in the White House, I may not be able to control what's going on with my boss, I may not be able to control what's going on in my principal's mind, but I can control, I can have power over, I can draw power into what's going on in my zone. So what I was really led to make this video about is talking to my team, but also talking to anybody watching this video, because I want to share what it means to take that application of in your zone and that mindset of in your zone into your business. Because right now I have people brand new into the industry. They've gone through their getting started training. You've made your list, right? You have this list of names. And now it's kind of like this now what phase. And it's this phase where I've never done this before. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I'm afraid. What if they think I'm crazy? What if they think I'm a part of one of those things? All these different things are swirling through our minds. And what that typically ends up leading to is this, right? Like we just don't want to do anything, okay? And she gave such a great reference to the fact that if you really want to make an impact in your zone, you can either do it in your slippers or you can do it in your sneakers. Okay? You can do it in your slippers or you can do it in your sneakers. What comes to mind when you think about putting both of those types of shoes on and the action that's going to take place with one of those two choices, right? So I'm encouraging you, my team, to think about every single name on that list as someone that you are being called to talk to, that you are being led to come into their world, because you have no idea what they've been praying for, what they've been hoping for, what they've been asking for, what they've been seeking. And what you have to say, what you have to offer, the health or the financial issues or whatever it is that they were put on your list for a reason, you will never know the blessing that you could potentially be holding back from them just because you don't want to get out of your zone, which is something that we typically want to call the comfort zone, and get into their zone and into the real zone that God placed you in, which is bigger than you. It's more powerful than you. And it's an opportunity every single day to make an impact in even just one person's life, to pick up the phone and just say, hey, I have something that I really want to share with you, to walk up to someone and say, hey, I have something that I really want you to try, to connect with someone on Facebook and say, you know, I know we haven't talked in a while, but you're on my list of people that I just feel led to communicate something to. And that is your zone. You have a responsibility. And hopefully after this video, you have a desire to go and reach out to people in that zone, because those are your people. And that's the beautiful thing about this industry is I have a zone and you have a zone and your aunt has a zone and your coworker has a zone, and we all have this different zone or network or circle of people that we can reach out to and make a huge impact in their lives. And you know, the only thing typically stopping us, it's us. It's our fears. It's our insecurity. It's our not wanting to step out into something that we may not be good at yet, that we may not have all the answers to, that we may not know exactly how it's going to work from A to Z. But that's why you join someone that has that confidence, that has that belief, that has that leadership, that has that process totally locked down. So if you're new to network marketing, if you're on this team or not on this team, and you're kind of in that place of, I did my getting started training, I made my list, now what? Now you get into your zone, right? And all that means is spending 60 seconds on the phone with someone, leading them to a website, and then following up with them and understanding that following up is part of the process, right? You're not bugging them. You're not irritating them. You're doing what you said you were going to do, which is the definition of integrity, right? So you're not bothering them. You're not just bugging them. Don't feel that way. Get that mindset out of your head, because that's something that you're telling yourself, and it's dramatically affecting the results in your business. You know and you believe that you are the type of person that you are called to share. You have a responsibility to share. You have a responsibility to follow up with that person, because anybody, I don't care who you are, whether you're buying a car or a house or a box of cereal, just the way our brains work, you have to be exposed to something multiple times, anywhere from 6 to 10 times, before you or that person that you're talking to is going to make a buying decision. So following up is simply giving them those 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exposures so they can just make an informed decision whether it's yes or no. Which brings me to the final point that I want to tell you guys is, again, in a book that I read, The Slight Edge, same one I referenced at the beginning of this video, when you're evaluating something and you're looking at that list and you have that fear of picking up that phone or sending that text video or whatever it is, You want to ask yourself, what's the worst thing that can happen? I ask my kids this all the time when they feel like they're being faced with something that could be embarrassing or could be, considered a failure or whatever it is. What's the worst thing that can happen? Play it out in your mind and really ask yourself, if I do this, if I share this website, if I share this video, if I pick up the phone, if I follow up multiple times, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? And the answer to that you're always going to come to is they're going to say no. They're going to say no. They're not going to think you're crazy. And if they do, they thought you were crazy anyway, right? They had already made that decision about you. And if they want to think you're crazy, you know what? That's their decision. It's not your job to tell them that you're not crazy. It's your job to surround yourself with the people that see you as just you. And if part of you is being crazy or wanting to do a business that's going to help people get healthy and become financially free, whether that's $500 a month or $5,000 or $50,000 a month, then let people think you're crazy. Trust me, people think I'm crazy all day long, but I had to learn to get over that. The less you make decisions based on what other people are going to think, the more freedom you have in your life. Because guess what? They're not thinking about you 24 hours a day. As much as we think, oh my God, people are thinking about us all the time. They're not. They're so busy in their own lives, caught up with their own drama. And if they're talking about you, it's only because they're trying to take the focus away from things that they need to be focused on in their own life, right? So here's the deal, you guys. Whether you're on my team or not on my team or want to join my team, which after this video, I mean, come on, let's go. Seriously, it's time for you to get in your zone. It's time for you to step out of your comfort zone and step into the zone of people that you have been called, that have been placed on your list, that are in your cell phone, that are in your email, that are in your Facebook list, that you are right now being called to step into their zone, to possibly be an answer to their prayer, to possibly be the hope that they've been looking for. And even bigger responsibility, if you've already had results, whether physical or financial, from whatever it is that you're sharing, that you're wanting to share with people, and you're not sharing it, if you're not in as much pain, if you're losing weight, if you're feeling stronger, if you're having $50 extra come in a month, if you're just feeling better about yourself, why would you not share that with people? We're so willing to share a restaurant or a movie or a mechanic or all these different things that don't penetrate people. But when it comes to something that can truly make a difference, that can truly make an impact, that can truly get into their zone and change their life and change their world, we don't. We stop. Why? Okay? So that's my message of the day, you guys. I really want you to think about who is on your list. Who do those names represent? What prayer could they possibly be asking? What hope could they possibly be looking for? And you don't know if you have it unless you bring it to them. All right? So I'm done. Let me see. Is that all my notes? That's it. All right, you guys. Thank you for listening. I truly hope this inspired you. Just go out there. The worst thing that can happen is they can say no. But the best thing that can happen for you is that you did it. You had the power, the faith, the belief, the trust to go out there and do what you felt like you were led to do, and just let everything else fall into place, because you can't say the wrong thing to the right person or the right thing to the wrong person. The right people will come to you, but it's your job to go out there and plant the seed and keep watering it and keep cultivating it and keep bringing it back until it grows into something even bigger and better than you could have even imagined. Thanks for listening, you guys. Talk to you soon.